Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, December the 14th. Last night, we enjoyed an evening with our friends, Tony and Ginger, at Tanglewood, and had a real good time riding through Tanglewood. We went out to eat Mexican food with them, had a great time.
Now, Tony, as it would have it, and as we didn't know till last night, actually does a pretty good Scooby-Doo imitation. So, I asked him to do it on camera for the Tanglewood video. That's when he did it when we were riding through Tanglewood, and he didn't want the camera on him. So I respected that, and I already processed that video, but he kind of texted me a few minutes ago, said he'd be okay with it being in the video, just as long as the camera's not on him. So I'm going to give you that little sound bite now. I'm just going to include it in here. It has nothing to do with us opening their gifts as we're getting ready to do, but just to let you know that Tony's a pretty talented guy.
Yeah.
And he does a pretty good Scooby-Doo imitation. So we're going to let you hear that now. Then we're going to get back to opening the gifts.
Let's hear it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'll do it in a minute. You ain't expecting it.
Do what?
Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
He does that all the
I
time.
don't know if I can do it now.
Whenever you're on the spot, it's like,
I'm thinking about it.
I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can't do it.
Like, Gregory?
Well, you do sound like him. I got to get you in this video doing that.
You got No, I'm doing it.
Oh, come on. You got to let me put that in there. I can put that in the title.
Maybe someday.
Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was hilarious. We all got a kick out of it. He actually did a really good likeness of Scooby-Doo. So back to the opening of the gifts now.
And they surprised us with a gift bag. And they know we love Snoopy, as you can tell from our shirts. And they surprised us with this big old Snoopy gift bag.
I'm not even going to mention the boxer shorts this time.
Thank you.
That didn't go over well.
So anyway, they have filled this up with little goodies and stuff like this, wrapped in Snoopy stuff. So this one says open last, so we'll do that one last. But we're just going to go through.
I think we ought to open it first. It's like what it says, don't touch wet paint. Everybody touches it. No.
So they got a bunch of stuff all wrapped up in here.
It's all wrapped up in
Charlie Brown and
wrapping paper.
Snoopy stuff. So I'm going to pull everything out of here. But this is a neat bag. Wow.
My goodness. We appreciate all our subscribers. Tony and Ginger, they've been real good to us.
Yes.
They've been nice to us.
Everybody's been
generous and
sweet.
they got. We actually did a video last year. They gave us, was that as a metal tin?
It was a popcorn tin, and then he redecorated it, and they had filled it up with all sorts of goodies and stuff. But look at this bag, and it's got the little wood stock here, so that's real sweet. All right, so look at all these. What does that say?
I don't know. It looks like something for you to hit me with.
So we'll try all these out here. Wait.
I don't know what that says.
Try it out on camera.
Try it out on camera. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what that is.
This one sounds like candy.
M&M's.
We got our dogs right here.
He thinks he's
rattling it. So he's
he
like
thinks he's
looking.
getting a treat, but he's not.
So let's just see here what this one is. I was right.
M&M.
Peanut M&M's. Yay.
Nice.
All right, so I'll set those beside you. All right, so you pick one, and you open one.
Does it matter?
Unless they're marked, and I don't.
Yes, let's look at the ones with notes on them first. We got to open last, try it out on camera.
Yeah, we'll do those two last. Then
Okay.
I'll open up the card.
So here we've got old-fashioned apple pie.
And you love apple pie.
I do love fried apple pies. In fact, down there near Winston-Salem, where they live, used to be the greatest apple pie. They were called B&G, and they unfortunately are no more. I used to love getting those apple pies when I was down in Winston. So I bet that's something very close to that.
I bet.
So thank y'all for that. The pie's mine. You can have the M&M's.
Wait. This is kind of the same shape. Let's see if you put that over.
I like peach too.
Now we're gonna pie. Peach pie.
I like apple and peach.
Well, those are big.
Yeah,
we'll
split everything.
Wait, do we feel another one?
Another pie? I hope so.
You open that one up.
That's not a pie. That's I don't know what
Wait.
Let's
do it at the same time.
Same time. Hold on, I'm a little slow. My hands don't work as good. I get blue buffalo dog bites.
Blue shark.
Is that gummies?
Yeah, blue
Oh,
raspberry.
That's my favorite type of gummy too. I like those. Thank y'all.
Tony's the type that he picks up on.
I can't wait to dig into these blue buffalo dog bits.
Last year they gave
Actually,
him.
he's wanting a treat. Maybe let him have one. Well, no, we're babysitting to him.
We got a whole bunch of dogs.
Yeah,
They'll be all over us
yeah.
here in a second. We'll share in just a minute, guys.
This is heavy. Let's try this one first. What is that?
Shaughnessy. Use those on frigid YouTube outros. Hot hands.
That's what you had at the parade the other night.
Yeah, or hand warmers, yeah.
Boy, did those ever come in handy.
Yes. Those are,
All right,
thank
so
you.
right here.
You know I'm always freezing.
Pumpkin seeds. Now, when did I mention on video I do like pumpkin seeds. But when did I mention that?
You must have.
Awesome. I was actually thought they were sunflower seeds. So all natural pumpkin seeds. Those are actually very heart healthy.
Wow. All right, so wait, these are are they both heavy?
This one's heavy.
Yeah, this one is too. No, this is.
Okay.
Cotton candy grape.
You're faster than I am.
I want to see what's in here.
Yes. If you're ever in Food City in Gatlinburg, you can buy these individually. Cotton candy, excellent flavor.
They are. We love those. All right, so this one here. This is a Shaughnessy treat.
Yes, that is. Yes,
she
that's
likes
your favorite. I'll swap you that peach
raspberry
pie for
yogurt. Huh?
It don't say Shaughnessy. I'll swap you that peach pie for them.
Okay.
I'll swap those for the peach pie.
Yeah. And I do love those. All right, so this one here says try it out on camera. So we'll open it up. Renoir's just like right here. You can kind of see his ear every once in a while on this thing. Oh, this is one of those scalp massager things.
These things are amazing.
And you can't do it to yourself. Hold on. You can't do it to yourself. You have to do it someone else to do it.
That is, you can't describe that. It sends a tingle all up and down, like your spine, your whole upper body. It just. I'm going to give you 2 hours to stop that.
My turn.
What do you mean your turn? You didn't do it much.
What? No,
You got 2 hours.
Everybody
to
don't
stop.
want to see me do this for 2 hours.
Well, I'll speed the video up. Man, you can't imagine how good that feels. It's a scalp massager. We had one years ago. It was kind of getting bent, so that was a very timely gift.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. All right. Okay. So.
Yeah, it does. It feels good. Get the back part of my head too. Oh yeah.
The weird part about these things is if you do it to yourself, it don't feel as good. It really don't. Because I don't know why that is, but if somebody else does it, sorry, am I poking you?
No, it's just it's like going right down the back of my head.
There we go. You got a big head.
And probably a lot of hair in there.
Yes, I think that's part of it. I don't have much hair, so this was actually made for me. So I don't have much hair. It can just, oh man.
That does feel amazing.
You must have a lot of nerves or something up in there because it does. It just sends it like all down.
It does. Like you
your
feel
neck
going right
and
down your
everything else.
spine
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that. So thank y'all for that. So open last.
Right.
Is that everything else?
Yes. That's on paper.
Okay. So take that out too. Oh wow.
My favorite hymn. It is well with my soul. So that is.
So that's the lines to it there.
Beautifully framed.
That is beautiful. What it says on the back here.
To Derek and Shaughnessy from
Hold
Tony
that
and
up.
Ginger, Merry Christmas 2024. And he wrote it in gold, just like the frame.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
It is.
Now, I think since they got us that, we ought to tell the story behind that hymn. What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Read the first verse of it, and then I'll do that, or maybe the second verse too.
It says, when peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul.
Now, some of the lines in that song, that is one of the most meaningful hymns, in my opinion, that's ever been written.
Mm-hmm.
Most hymns have a story. This one has a story of tragedy. And This hymn was written from experience. If you go back to 1871, a man by the name of Horatio Spafford wrote that song. Does it say that somewhere right there?
Horatio Spafford.
Yeah. True story, what I'm about to tell you. These are not just words that somebody put that would end up in a church hymnal. These are, a lot of times people went through valleys and tragedies to get to where they were so that they could even pen those words. Now, the man I just mentioned, Horatio Spafford, he was a wealthy investor in Chicago. He was born in New York, married, and was in Chicago. And he bought, in the spring of 1871, he bought a lot of real estate in Chicago. Well, later that year, in the fall of 1871, the Great Chicago Fire happened and destroyed most of what he had bought, most of his earnings. 2 years later, he and his family were supposed to go on a business trip to Europe. And look this up and read this story. They were supposed to go on a business trip to Europe. And unfortunately, he had some issues come up with his work that he had to send his family. He had a wife and 4 daughters. He sent them ahead of him, and he was going to join them later on, maybe like a week or so later. Well, while his wife and 4 daughters were sailing across the ocean, the vessel they were on was struck by another vessel. And some people survived. His wife survived, but his 4 daughters all perished. They all drowned in the Atlantic Ocean. And when his wife got there, I think wherever there was in Europe they were going to, maybe England, she sent him a telegram, and the 2 words were "saved alone." Basically, that she was the only one that had survived. And when he went to join his wife over in Europe, when he asked to be told the spot where the accident had happened. And when they got to that spot, he wrote the words of this song, like the hymn came to him. And that's why when he says, whatever my lot, in other words, whatever happens in my life, it's well with my soul. That's the main thing. And tragedy was not over for him. They went on to have, I think, 3 more children after that. And one of them, 7 years later, died of scarlet fever, one of their sons. So they lost a total of 5 children, lost his investments. And at the end of his life, he could say, it's well with my soul.
What a testimony.
Yeah. So what I would say to that is, if you can say that, really this life is a testing ground for eternity. It's to get you ready for the life you're going to live forever somewhere. And what you do in this world, one day we're going to give an account to God for that. We're going to stand before him. And the most important thing you'll be able to say is not that I amassed a great amount of wealth, not that I lived in the nicest house, drove the nicest car, not even that I was a good moral person, but that you'll be able to say it is well with my soul. And you can only do that through knowing Christ. So let's read the rest of those verses. But I want y'all to know the story behind that hymn.
The second one. Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ hath regarded my helpless estate, and hath shed his own blood for my soul. And then the third one. My sin, oh the bliss of this glorious thought, my sin, not in part, but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, oh my soul.
I tell you, that'll preach right there.
It will. And then the last one I love too. And Lord, haste the day when the faith shall be made sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul.
Yeah. Those 3rd and 4th verses there, sorry, y'all. It's hard to read those, honestly, it is. It's hard to read those without just getting emotional, because if you think about that, all of our sin, I look back at my 55 years of life, and I've been sinning a lot of it, whether it's a bad thought, and I don't mean I've never killed anybody or anything like that, but whether it's a bad thought or an attitude of the heart that's not pleasing to God, or whatever it is, no matter how bad it is, we all have a past. We all have things in our lives we're not proud of, but I'm glad that Christ took it all. He didn't just take part of it. He took the whole thing and nailed it to that cross. And then he validated that by getting up. Sorry, y'all. He validated that by rising again the 3rd day, victorious over death, hell, and the grave. And I'll tell you what, folks, that's good news. If you don't know Christ this holiday season, there's not a better time to do that. But folks, I'll tell you something. That's a mouthful right there. And then that 4th verse gives us the promise that no matter what we go through in this life, the Lord's coming back. He said he would. He said in John chapter 14, he said, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not true, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, that I will receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. What a promise that is of the Lord coming back. That's the promise as Christians we rest in, and that we hope for. This world's getting bad, folks. It's getting more and more wicked by the day.
Yes.
But thank God there's coming a day.
Yeah.
I'm glad right now we can say it's well with our soul. But there's coming a day faith is going to be sight.
Yep. Because the Lord gives us that peace. It says, when peace like a river, you know, when like he had that, all those sorrows he was just talking about. I cannot imagine losing children like that. But the Lord still gives peace. And then knowing that, like you were saying, the Lord forgives us, washes away our sins, and then you have the peace, and then you've got the assurance that one day we'll spend eternity with him and our loved ones who've accepted Christ. So it is an amazing God that we serve.
Yeah, good to be saved.
Yes, it is.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and close this one out because we got to make another one just like it here in a minute.
Thank you for all these wonderful treats and just being so, what's the word am I looking for? He's very, he notices things and remembers things that we say. I mean, to remember.
Tony has,
Melody even remembered that. I love.
Yes. We have
the
viewers.
raspberry pretzels.
We have viewers that are amazing. They will remember us saying things we don't remember saying.
And things that we like and little details.
Like this here.
Cotton candy.
I don't remember ever mentioning these in a video. I think maybe when we were camping we had them, but I don't remember. But apparently at some point we did. So we got some really, really good viewers and subscribers and some friends of the channel. And honestly, we appreciate all our subscribers.
Absolutely.
But Tony, I don't think he misses anything we've ever said, honestly.
No.
But we appreciate both of y'all, Tony and Ginger. Y'all are a blessing to us. We appreciate the friendship. And anyway, just thank y'all so much.
Y'all have a very Merry Christmas.